King Thanos can be said to be the most badass version of all the Thanos variations. He keeps the incredibly powerful Hulk tied up like a pet dog, and a character like Ghost Rider is just his errand boy. The Thanos we saw in the MCU with his 6 Infinity Stones was undoubtedly powerful. But this Thanos, living up to his name of King Thanos, is even more formidable. The reason why the movie's Thanos wanted to wipe out half the universe is much more logical than the comic book version. His goal of ensuring all living beings in the universe could live peacefully and without hunger is, from one perspective, a noble and selfless heroic ideal. In the comics, however, Thanos does it to impress a girl. Thanos' crush is Lady Death, a cosmic entity commonly known as Death. To put it simply, Lady Death is Deadpool's girlfriend. Poor Deadpool is immortal, so he can't be with his beloved Death. He's a truly pitiable character. Getting back to Thanos, he tries to make his crush like him and be impressed by him. If he were human, he'd probably take a mirror selfie with an iPhone 13 clone and post it on My Day with a short caption. If the logo on his watch was a luxury brand, he'd probably get a lot of admiration. But you can't use such tactics on a cosmic entity like Lady Death. So, Thanos thought, to impress Death, I need to send many living beings to their demise. With that in mind, he started indiscriminately killing lives across the entire universe. He managed to kill nearly the entire universe, becoming the king of nothing. With his goal fulfilled, it was time to go to his crush. To go to Death, he also needed to die, but he still had one more task before he died: to find and kill the Fallen One. The Fallen One is Silver Surfer, who once narrowly escaped from him and survived. Silver Surfer knew he couldn't defeat Thanos on his own, so he spent a long time training to become worthy of Mjolnir. Finally, he became worthy and was dubbed the Fallen One. To confront and kill the Fallen One, King Thanos gave a piece of the Time Stone to his subordinate, Ryder, and sent him back in time to retrieve his younger self. When the younger time-traveling Thanos saw the old Thanos, he attacked him, thinking he was an imposter. Old Thanos said, "My mother's name is Martha too, you know," and only then did young Thanos realize he was the real deal and stopped fighting. At that moment, the Fallen One arrived at King Thanos' location and attacked. King Thanos fought back, and Ryder and young Thanos also helped him, leading to the Fallen One's defeat. After the battle, young Thanos realized that King Thanos had specifically called him from the future because he wanted to die by his own hand. He also discovered that the reason for wanting to die was because he was lovesick over a woman. King Thanos didn't want to die easily. He wanted to fight his younger self to the death. When young Thanos refused to fight, King Thanos desperately begged him to kill him. Young Thanos was utterly disgusted, thinking, "Am I going to become such a pervert in the future?" So, he stealthily snatched the piece of the Time Stone and returned to his original timeline in the past. He then vowed never to become such a pervert in the future, because Thanos changed his decision. The future also changed, and King Thanos' timeline gradually faded and disappeared. In his final moments, he met Lady Death, who told him that his younger self had erased him from reality. He then asked Lady Death, "What did Thanos do?" Lady Death calmly replied, "He won." And so, Thanos ended his life as a bachelor, never getting the girl, even in this existence. That's King Thanos' story. He doesn't really have any specific superpowers or abilities beyond what he had when he was younger. He just got tougher with age. While people generally weaken as they get older, he and Hulk seem to get stronger. He possesses a piece of the Time Stone, allowing him to travel to the past and future as he pleases. He has also wielded the Twilight Sword, the same sword used by Surtur in Thor, Ragnarok. Since he possesses the abilities of young Thanos. Let me briefly summarize those. I'll make a separate video about classic Thanos' powers and abilities. Later, he has superhuman speed, superhuman agility, superhuman reflexes, and superhuman stamina. His strength isn't just superhuman, it's on a god level. He is immortal and immune to all diseases. Not only does he possess godly strength, but he is also quite proficient in magic. It was Thanos who cursed Deadpool to be immortal. Why? So that Deadpool couldn't die and go to his crush, Lady Death. Also, the comic book Thanos sometimes flies, and he's a master in combat. He's formidable in both hand-to-hand combat and with weapons, with the sword being his most proficient weapon. His intelligence is on a super genius level, making him highly knowledgeable in both science and magic. Okay, that's it for this video.